Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. We would like to take this opportunity, first of all, to give all esteem, power to our Creator Yahweh, who has enabled us to be here today. It's not by our mighty, but it's by His mercies, and above all His ahava, His love, that He has given unto us. I welcome you to the journey through the scriptures, where we are reading from the book of Bereshit or Genesis to the book of Revelation, as on in 40 days as Yahweh has permitted us by His mercies. Welcome.
Shalom, dear friends from the nation. Once again, I'm Hezron Evans. Neimeo de Hakilotka. Baba, do you good as you continue through the journey through the scriptures, through the Messianic Daval show. Welcome. We are in the book of Yaakov. Yahweh, do you good.
Yaakov chapter 1 or James chapter 1. James, a servant of Yahweh and the Master Yahshua the Messiah, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patient, but let patience have perfect works, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of Elohim, that gives all men liberty and upbraideth not, and it shall be given unto him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavers is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of Yahweh. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withers the grass, and the flowers therefore fall, and the grace of the fashion of it perish. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh has promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempt he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath convinced, it brings forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, brings forth death. Do not err, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and comes down from the Father of light, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruit of his scriptures. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to word, for the word of man works not the righteousness of Elohim. Therefore, I lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. But be you doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own self. For if any man be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholds himself and goes his way, and straightway forgets what manner of a man he was. But whosoever looks into the perfect law of liberty, and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. If any man among you cease to be religious, and breathes not his tongue, but deceives his own heart, this man's religion is in vain. Pure religion and undefiled before Elohim and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless, the widows in the affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. Yaakov or James chapter 2. My brethren, have not the faith of our Master Yahshua the Messiah, the Master of glory, with respect of person. For if they came unto your assembly a man with a gold ring in goodly appeal, and there come in also a poor man in veiled raiment, and you respect to him that wear the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand you there, or sit here under my footstool. Are you not then partially in yourself, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not Elohim chosen the poor of this world, rich in the faith and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him? But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you, and draw you before the judgment seat? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by which you are called? If you fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. You do well. But if you have respect to person, you commit sin, and are convinced of the law as transgression. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offended in one point, he is guilty of all. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if you commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, you art become a transgressor of the law. So speak ye, and so do, as they shall be judged by the law of liberty. For he shall have judgment without mercy, and have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoice against judgment. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, and be warmed and filled, notwithstanding you give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, a man may say, you have faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that there is one Elohim, you do well. The devils also believe and tremble. But will you know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham, our father, justified by works when he offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Sees you how faith worked with his work, and by works was faith made perfect. As the scriptures was fulfilled, which says, Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of Yahweh. You see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith alone only. Likewise, also was not Rahab the harlot justified by the work which he had received the messenger, and had sent them out another way? For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
The book of Yaakov, chapter number 3, verse number 1. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, knowing that we shall receive greater judgment. For we all stumble in much. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle and the entire body. Look, we put bites in the mouths of horses, but for them to obey us, and we turn their body. Look at the ships too, although they are so big, they are driven by strong winds. They are turned by very small rudder wherever the pilot intends. So too the tongue is a little member. You boast great trees. See how it's a little fire kindles a great forest. And the tongue is a fire. The world is unrighteous. Like the forest among our members, the tongue is praised, the one defiling the entire body, lighting on fire, the fire, the cause of generations, rolling from the beginning unto the end, fire itself. For every kind of beast is the bird of the reptile, creature in the sea is tamed, but has become tamed by mankind. By no means able to tame the tongue, it is unruly evil, and with the deadly poison. With it we barak Elohim with the Father, and with it we curse men who are being made to in the likeness of Elohim. Out of the same mouth proceed the barakah and the cursing. My brothers, this should not be so. Doesn't the fountain send forth the sweet and bitter from the same opening? My brothers, if a fig tree bears or olive trees or grapevine figs, so neither is the fountain make salt and sweet water. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show his good behavior, his works and meekness in wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast again and lie against the truth. This is not the wisdom coming down from above, but vision and every full deed, but the wisdom from above. First, clean and peaceable, gentle, ready to obey, and full of compassion and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is shown in peace by those who make peace. The book of Yaakov, chapter number 4, verse number 8. Where do fightings and strives come from among you? Do they not come from your pleasures and the battle in your members? You desire and do not have, you murder and are jealousy. You are unable to obtain. You strive, you fight, and you do not possess because you do not ask. You ask and you do not receive because you ask as every in order to spend on your own pleasures. Adulterers and adulteresses, do you not know that that friendship with the world is an enmity to Elohim? Whoever therefore intends to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of Elohim. Or do you think that the scriptures speak to no purpose? Does the work which dwells in you as intensely to judge one another? Come now, you who say today, tomorrow, let us go and such as the city and spend the year there and trade and make a profit. when you do not know of tomorrow, for what is your life? For if it is a vapor, what it is for a little, and when it disappears, instead of you saying, if they adorn desires, we shall live and do this or that. But you boast in your proud speeches, and all such boasting is wicked. To him, then, he who knows to do good and does not do it, for him it is a sin. The book of Yaakov, chapter number 5, and the last but not least, come now, O rich ones, weep, crying and around the hardship coming upon you. Your riches have rotted, and your garments have become moth-eaten. Your gold and silver have become rusty, and the last shall be with Shamayel by the other, either by any other oath. But let your yes be yes, and let your no be no. Rest, you fall into judgment.